How's it going?
Hey there.
Okay, so show me the old one, the wires in the relay and overload and everything for the old one.
So this is the old relay here.
Okay. And show me the other end where the wires are attached.
So you got a box there.
Yeah, that's a delay. It's a delay.
Okay.
So just show me the end of the relay there that you had, just the terminals. You showed me the side of it, but show me the terminals. This camera doesn't want to stay up. I don't understand what's going on with this thing. You show me the terminals on the, yeah, there we go. Okay, I got to forget my camera. It's doing whatever it wants. Okay, so there's just the two, there's two wires on one terminal. Is that correct?
Right. Correct.
Okay. Okay, so that's one of the wires I was talking about. Okay, so leave those jumpered together, and pull them off the terminal of the relay, not the terminal of each other. Just pull the whole thing, the double one off that terminal, the relay terminal.
Right.
Leave them attached. Are you in North County?
No, I'm in Palm Springs.
Okay, because when I saw 760, that's what threw me. I was like 760. Okay.
So I'm assuming that goes on the other terminal on the new one.
Yeah, let's start. Yeah, let's just start. Let's not jump ahead. Let's go just with the old stuff first, and then we'll go from there. So you got the two wires from that terminal, and then the next thing I want to do is look at the other wire that was attached to the other component, which is the overload there. Okay, and on the new one it's a round disc, and this one's flat.
Right.
Okay, so it's the same thing though. The round one is what this is in your hand. That's
right.
So there's one wire on there. It's a double terminal, but it's basically one lead with two wires on that.
Right.
Yeah, lift it up just a little bit. I can't see the. Okay, yeah. So pull the double terminal off the single terminal of the overload. Leave them attached just like the other one. So there's basically your two wires. You know, there's four of them, but you can see they're two together. So I'm calling it two wires.
Right.
Okay. So two terminals, whatever you want to be specific. Okay, so each one of those. Now show me. Go ahead and grab the new equipment there, the new parts, and forget about the wires from the capacitor. Just forget about that. All you're looking for is two terminals that those wires are going to go on. You already stated it a second ago. Yes.
Okay.
One's going to go on the side terminal, and one's going to go on the terminal of the round disc. And pull that round disc out of the plastic. Now, here's the bitch of the whole thing. Is getting that son of a bitch back in there, and the wires tucked down in there, so that it'll actually, the cover will fit back on the side of the compressor.
Right. Okay.
In the ass.
So all of this bundle of 3 gray wires is going back on this round disc.
Yeah, the two that are bundled together go on. It doesn't really matter which one's which because it's alternating current. Okay. What they do is they like to put the hot one, which is the black or gray, on that terminal, or excuse me, on the relay, and then the white one on there. But it doesn't matter because it's alternating current. So it doesn't matter. It's not DC current. So it doesn't matter which one you put on. What I always do is look and see which one's going to fit better underneath in that cover when it's on that round disc.
So it all goes on nicely.
Yeah, because you got to push it down in there as you put that disc down in there, and you got to get the wires to come out the side of that plastic. This camera, I don't understand this. You got to get the wires to come out. I've got one of those Logitech sitting on my desk here, and it goes right straight down. I don't know what does it. So grab that cover, throw that out. That's the garbage. It's actually is something, but it's not needed. It's
just, too many wires to use that.
Yeah. So grab that cover real quick and And I'll show you on the side. See that slit on the side there? Where your fingers, yep. That's where the wires have to come out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the way you put this on, the easiest way to put this on is to clip it from the bottom first, pull up, push it on the bottom. There's a metal bracket down at the bottom on the side where the terminals are. And that bottom of that goes underneath that bracket, push up against the compressor as much as you can, and then rotate it up and clip the top.
Okay.
You get it clipped back on. But you got to get those wires. Sometimes you have to bend the terminals. Go ahead and try to see if you can do it. Are you ready to do that now?
I'm not quite there, but I got the gist of it. So I think I should be able to get it all and tweak the wires enough to get them on the side there.
Yeah, it's just a pain. Sometimes you have to actually bend the terminals, the actual terminals themselves, because it's not deep enough in that well.
Right.
Get it in there. So good luck without breaking the terminal.
Right.
That's the problem. So, how's the rest of it look? Let me see. I'm curious. So, did you have any? Really a problem?
That's the capillary tube.
Yeah, it looks good. Very little solder.
There's that. There's a little more solder on there.
It's all right.
The access port was a little dirty, so that one has a bit of solder on it.
Yeah, and when you do these, I didn't mention that. I hope that you took the needle out. Did you?
What needle?
The needle valve for like a bicycle needle valve that does have a needle valve in them also.
Oh yeah, I take it out while I weld.
Good, because that seal. Okay, good.
Yeah. Otherwise, there'd be positive pressure in there. So.
Well, not only that, but they'll start leaking after you put you put Freon in, because it's
right. They heat up and right.
So, all right.
Yeah, I took them all out.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you don't want that pressure in there, because then you'll end up with a leak also. So.
Right.
All right. Well, looks good. Anything else right now that you're curious about, or?
No, that's it. I just got one more joint, and then I'm going to start vacuuming, and I'll put this electrical together while I vacuum, and I should be good to go. I didn't want to mess up that wiring, so.
No, you don't want to do that. Then you're ruining the compressor. When you put the Freon in, did I mention this before? I don't know what your background is. You do Freon?
Yeah, I'm a HVAC technician.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So a little different than we do in HVAC. I think I probably mentioned this to you. Do this by pressure. Don't try to do it by the charge on the plate.
Oh, is that right?
Disregard because it's a different. Was this R12 or 134A before?
134.
You have a dial charge or a scale?
I have a scale, yeah.
Okay. You have a 30-pounder?
Yep.
Okay, so it'll be easy enough to do it by charge. So if it was 134A before, see, this camera doesn't want to stay still. Then just go ahead and go by the charge on the thing. I was thinking it was a 12 before, and then you can't go by it because it's a different pressure.
I see. No, it was 134 before.
Okay.
But this, I have a feeling it was a refurbished fridge. So if I'm gonna go by the charge, but as well, what's your low side pressure when it's all done?
Okay, just look. I'll give you the answer to that, but you can verify this by looking at the actual plate and see if it says R12 or R134A. It will say one of the two.
Okay.
Yeah, then you can know if that charge is actually accurate, because it will state it on there.
Yeah, it was originally 134.
Okay, good. So the charge is accurate. So the answer to the other one, and that's the way I do it, just to make sure, is that I got to get a new camera. High side, you're going to have a high side valve on there anyways because it came with the dryer. You do have a new dryer on there, yep, and it's got a valve on a high side valve. So I suggest using the high side valve. Put the high side light on. and watch that. That's what I do, is watch that first and foremost. Just like when you do an air conditioning, I never did it by pounds. I never did. I always charged by pressure on HVAC. And I watched the high side pressure, and of course it's different on here. It should be about 135.
On the high side?
Yep. That's pretty much, if it's too hot in the room, it might be a little bit higher. But typically speaking, it's somewhere around 125 to 135. I like to get it up to 135 so I know it's fully charged. Low side on the SubZero's, on most other brands, it's going to run about 0 to about 8 pounds, 0 to 5 pounds on all other brands. On the SubZero's, they'll run about 0, not 0. They're going to run about 8 to 12 pounds. Okay, 8 to 12 pounds on the low side, 135 on the high side.
Okay.
If you want to verify that, you can go and pull the back panel off if you still have it off. Just watch, and you'll get the frost all the way to the bottom. It'll fill the whole evaporator up. That'll be just a double verification that you filled it all the way up. And it's going to cool and not be undercharged. Because if it gets undercharged, it's really obvious on these. You don't get a chance to look at the evaporator on an A coil because it's all packaged when you put Freon in it. On these, you can tell because it flows all the way through the system and lightly frosts it when it's fully charged. It's right in front of you. You see it. And when it's not fully charged, it's only 3/4 of the frost up. So it's actually a visual as well.
Okay.
There's 3 ways that you could check. Use the charge on the plate and low and high side pressure, 8 to 12 pounds, 135 on the high side. And then the cover's still off the evaporator, just go by visual.
Okay.
Okay. You get it. I could tell the whole time you knew what you were doing.
Oh, I appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah, other issues, let me know.
All right. Have a great evening. I really appreciate it.
You bet. Take care.
Take care.
Thanks. Bye-bye.